Almost all seats taken. That's also because Boxer has a huge fan club. And he's stretching his fingers right now. Maybe this is going to help him in the match. He has probably learned his lesson though, and will play his best from now on. And if he does, then he's definitely one of the strongest players in the world. On the other hand, if he just plays at the same level as he used to play in the first round of the tournament, then he will have difficulties beating Elky, who has gotten quite good at Terran against Terran. The map is Hall of Valhalla, and this seriously should give Boxer some nightmares because he has lost twice to Frost on this map. So, and this was Terran against Terran as well. So he probably doesn't like that choice of map, but he will have to stick to it anyways. And as far as I know, Elky is yet unbeaten on Valhalla in this tournament, since it's especially known to be a Terran map. Now I've just heard the Korean commentator say something about Protoss. It might be that... No, I don't think so, but Elky sometimes uses Protoss in tournament games as well. But I'm quite sure that he will go Terran in this match. And Boxer, of course, is just Terran only, so... Oh, by the way, if you want to sponsor Elky sunglasses, he doesn't have a sponsor yet, and he's still looking for one. Because he's just well known for always wearing sunglasses in any StarCraft game he plays on television. Actually, I've only seen him once without sunglasses in the entire week here. So this means something, like he really is a good advertisement platform for sunglasses. Okay, I think the game is now starting. As expected, both players choose Terran as their race. You can see Slayer's Boxer in teal and Elky in brown. Dark brownish, basically. Elky spawns at the 9 o'clock position while Slayer's Boxer is at 6. So they are quite close to each other. Which means that it's a lot easier to drop than usual. If they were far away, then drops would be more easy to intercept, actually. So, Nazgul told me that Slayer's Boxer has lost to Frost, and Frost just went 2 factories tanks with 1 starport dropships and nothing else. And Slayer's Boxer lost quite badly to that. So actually Slayer's Boxer might be tempted to go something else than just Goliath with dropships this time. Basically Goliath with dropships is... yeah, it's basically the standard build in Terran on Terran against Valhalla because it's quite decent against every other strategy. Except this pure tank and dropship strategy, which again badly loses to race, so... it's quite a gamble, actually. I don't think that Elky will gamble that much. He will probably go for a standard build as well. Both players have just started their supply depot. And barracks and Vespine gas are shortly to follow. The guy sitting there might actually be one of the organizers of the WCG, I think. So he's quite interested in the games as well. As usually everyone is here in South Korea. Okay, we see Elky building his barracks to the right hand side of this plateau. He's planning to use it for scouting purposes, which is pretty much standard on that map. And Boxer might be doing the same. Yes, he is. He's doing the same. He's building his barracks on the top right of his plateau. So he is definitely going to scout the 3 o'clock position with his flying barracks. While Elky, I'm not sure yet, he might go for 12 or he might go for 6. Would be better for him if he went for 6 though, because then he would discover Boxer's base. We see that Elky is placing out his buildings quite well. That's to make sure that he spots enemy drops really early, so that he can intercept them. Elky's barracks has just finished and is flying towards... Oh, this is quite surprising. It seems to be going right for the middle. He's probably going for 12 though. Oh, he lands it directly. So Elky is obviously going to build a marine to scout the map, while Boxer is just using the standard floating barracks trick to scout the 3 o'clock position. He's basically halfway there, and there we see the first factories going up. Both almost at the same time. So they will finish at the same time as well. And Elky sends his marine to the 12 o'clock position, and he floats his barracks to the 6 o'clock position, which is quite a smart move, because this enables him to scout 2 positions at the same time. While Boxer will take considerably longer just using his barracks. Okay, Boxer gets the second factory. So he is probably going for his basic Goliath strategy, mixed with some tanks. And Elky is getting a quick starport. So Elky might be going for a 2 tank drop, which is not as good in Terran as it is in Terran against Protoss. So Boxer is getting an armory, so he's definitely going Goliath. And he's probably just about to start his starport. Boxer's barracks has just scouted the 3 o'clock position and didn't discover anything there. So he's heading for... probably heading for 12 right away. Or he might be landing his Rex to get a marine. And Elky's barracks have just arrived at Boxer's base. So Elky now sees that Boxer is just going Goliath without any dropships. So far. I cannot see his starport yet. So Elky definitely could take advantage by just dropping his tanks on the low ground, putting them into siege mode, and firing up to the SCVs of Boxer. But Boxer gets a tank in time. And he's probably researching the siege upgrade right now, because he knows about that weakness. So he's getting a single siege tank coupled with some Goliaths. While Elky seems to be just going straight for siege tanks, coupled with dropships. So efficiency-wise, pure siege tanks are actually better than a mixture of siege tanks and Goliaths. But on the other hand, it is quite vulnerable to raids. Boxer has just started his starport, so I don't see any raids coming too soon. And basically now it's time to start the first expansion bases, I think. Elky is probably just trying to take the expansion in the top left corner of the map, because that's quite easy to defend. I've just seen a dropship flying through there, and he's probably dropping an SCV there right now to get the expansion there. Elky still just going for plane tanks, coupled with dropships. And he's getting an Emery right now, because he knows that Boxer might just go single race to really annoy him. So he's getting the Emery in time to get some Goliaths quickly. But Boxer is actually not going for a single quick race, he's going for dropships right away as well. And he's using his barracks again to scout Elky's base. And there comes Elky's first command center in the top left corner. This expansion only has 7 mineral patches, but it's really easy to defend. So it's quite a good choice to expand there first. And on the other hand, it's really, really far away from Boxer's main base, so Boxer will have a hard time attacking that base if he plans to. Then we just could see Boxer's amazing hand speed for a while. It's really fast, it's a keyboard. It's probably not as fast as Elky on the mouse. But speed in general doesn't really matter that much. Because, for example, Nazgul is probably the slowest player in the whole tournament. But yet he's one of the best players here. The Boxer has just loaded 4 CDs into his dropship. And the observer doesn't show it, but he's dropping 2 of them in the main section of the map, so he can use them to scout and to build turrets. And he's taking the expansion in the bottom right corner as well. So they are basically both going for the same strategy, I think. And Boxer is now building turrets in the middle of the map, which is excellent for scouting and for intercepting dropships. And it is quite a smart move to do that in Terran against Terran. So Elky will have a hard time using his dropships. But he doesn't actually. He does a smart move. He just uses 4 siege tanks, puts them on the low ground, and Boxer has 3 defending siege tanks, so Elky's not going to do any damage here. So both players are pretty much safe at this moment. And I expect it to become a long, long game. Elky has the economical advantage though, having finished one of his command centers, and now just building a second one. But Boxer could discover it. So Elky has to stop building the command center for a while. And he's probably now sending reinforcements to that spot. And Boxer is starting his 3rd command center as well. So they almost just mirror each other exactly so far. They're going for the same game strategy. The only major difference is that Elky doesn't really go for any Goliaths, which is, as I think, a quite smart move. And there we see 3 of Boxer's dropships, and they are heading for either Elky's main. Yeah, they're heading for Elky's main base. And ooh, there's not much defense there. And it's 4 siege tanks and a couple of SCVs. Oh, it's actually 5 siege tanks. No, it's just SCVs building turrets, and only 2 siege tanks of Boxer remain there. So Elky will be able to defend that, but it certainly does do some damage to him. Especially the amount of turrets is quite annoying, because he cannot drop next to the siege tanks right now. So the question is Boxer back to his old shape now? If he is, then he has a really, really good chance to win the WCG 2002 again. And Elky has difficulties to defend here. Mind how Boxer uses his scouting barracks to basically increase the sight range of a siege tank so they can fire at maximum range. Now if Elky could get rid of the barracks, of the floating barracks of Boxer, then he could easily destroy Boxer's siege tanks. But since he doesn't have any Goliaths and doesn't have any race, he cannot. So he goes for the direct way to defend that attack, using quite a huge force of his own. And Slayer's Boxer's attack gets crushed basically. But it still was worth it, I would say. It still destroyed a lot of things. Forced Elky to cancel some buildings. Oh, and at the same time Boxer's going for another expansion of Elky. And the audience is really applauding at that. So Elky clearly has the disadvantage at this moment. He's in big trouble now. I don't know what he's going to do about it. Well, he is trying to launch a counter-attack right now. And he is going for... He's going to fire at Boxer's main plateau from the low ground. But Boxer has enough defenses there. So Elky's down to just 2 bases, his main base and the expansion on the top left. And Boxer has 3 running bases now. And there's probably a 4th one building. Cannot really see it at the moment, because the observer doesn't really show me. Elky is trying to compensate for that by getting his mineral-only expansion. But, well, a mineral-only expansion is not that important in Terran against Terran, because it's all about gas, basically. Oh, and there comes another attack off Boxer to Elky's main base with 6 siege tanks. Oh, and Elky will have a really hard time to defend that. Oh, he uses his SCVs and they are not going to help him, basically. Oh. As I see it, that is pretty much good game already. Boxer having 3 running bases and Elky's just losing his main base. But on the other hand, Elky is attacking Boxer's expansion in the bottom right corner as well. But yeah, he's still using his main base. Nothing much he can do about those 5 siege things. So this is a really amazing performance by Boxer. So far. Oh, and there come 4 more siege tanks. And that's pretty much good game. Elky's not going to give up though. He's not the player to surrender easily. And you see that Boxer's base at 3 is completely undefended. Completely undefended. If Elky had decided to attack that instead of Boxer's main base, then things might have ended differently. So Elky's down to 1 base at the moment, and Boxer has 2 running bases now, but it's 2 main bases though. And he's stopping Elky's attempt to establish a base at the 12 o'clock position right away. So he has map control by now. And Elky only has 1 expansion remaining on the top left. And there's not any space to build any buildings, so he's in big trouble now. Still trying to attack with 2 siege tanks. He's trying to attack the 3 o'clock base. But Boxer can more or less easily defend it using a dropship full of Goliaths and his own siege tanks. So the audience is really applauding a lot here. They've probably waited long enough to see Boxer performing well again. So Elky has just gotten another base in the top left of the map. Not in the top left corner, but the other one. And Boxer's probably going to drop that base right now. Because you can easily assume that Elky went for that base. He's using his dropships and yeah, he's putting the siege tanks back in. And I'm quite sure that he's going for that base right now. Oh, he's just spotted Elky's factories. And they get destroyed. And now he has also discovered Elky's newly established base, which is pretty much defenseless. But Elky has to retreat with all his SCVs. And he cannot use that base for mining as well. Still down to 1 base, but Boxer is again at 3 bases. And also, Boxer has much more troops than Elky has at the moment. So this is pretty much a good game by now. And Boxer is starting another command center at the bottom right corner. So in a couple of moments he will be back to 4 bases. Well, now he has gone for the mineral only expansion at the 12th o'clock position. But that gets discovered as well. And it gets crushed right away. So whatever Elky tries to do right now, Boxer always has the right counter for that. Oh, actually, I was wrong. It's Elky's base in the bottom right corner. It's Elky's base there. Inside of Boxer's territory, so to speak. And I don't think that Boxer's going to discover that base anytime soon, unless he plans to expand there as well, again. So this might give Elky a slight advantage, or a chance to have a little comeback. And he's pretty much securing the 12 o'clock main base as well. So at the moment things are looking a little bit better for Elky. Oh, but there goes his defenseless bottom left, top left expansion. 3 siege tanks of Boxer are just wasting the SCVs. And I don't think that Elky has sufficient forces to send there to defend that attack. But Boxer needs to use his comset to be able to look over the wall there. So at the moment the tanks are not firing. Tanks are still not firing, since Boxer doesn't use his comset station. Oh, there's a huge force of Boxer. Going to finish off the 12 o'clock position. So he's not allowing Elky to have a base there. Yeah, and there Boxer kills another factory of Elky. And now he starts to using the comset station to kill the SCVs on the top left corner of the map. And at the same time he attacks Elky's remaining base in the top left. Elky only has 3 tanks defending and he loses like 10 SCVs. 6 of Boxer's siege tanks coupled with some Goliaths. So he has to retreat from there as well. He's still not surrendering though. He's not going to give in to Boxer that easily. Plus, as I see it, Boxer has not yet discovered Elky's base in the bottom right, but he's floating. Oh, Elky surrenders finally. Good game, he gives up with just 1 base remaining. Boxer being at 5 bases. So Boxer has shown an amazing combat at this tournament. He has almost been knocked out in the group round, but now he's 2-0 in the final round, so he advances to the quarter-final. No, actually he advances to the half-final, also winner bracket. This is quite amazing. So he's actually now for me he's one of the top favorites for this tournament. He might be the winner again. Oh, okay. This was PG Korn live from the WCG 2002.